Sports Culture Lab. How can I help you? And joining us in the studio for Sports Culture Lab.
Yay.
I can't believe. Okay, Hee Kim.
I guess I am gifted with the naturally bothering SJ just by appearance.
I don't know how a person can like a team, every team that I hate. Like, I don't know how that's possible. He likes the LG Twins.
I like LG Twins.
I was a Doosan Bears fan.
Yeah.
He likes the Golden State Warriors. I don't hate them.
Well, yeah. Well,
to be honest with you, I don't hate them. But I don't like them.
But last week, what happened was I happened to wear the Indiana Pacers hat, which, you know, it was a tribute. And because last year they're underdog, right? And a friend of mine went to school in Illinois and he was excited. So it was like, okay, 7 a.m, we'll all gather together. We'll throw a wine party and, you know, we're going to watch a Pacers game against Oklahoma City. So it was great. So that's why I bought that. And it was a respect. I'm not an Indiana Pacers fan, right?
And you know, as a Knicks fan, naturally hating Reggie Miller.
Oh, that's true.
I hate the Pacers, no matter what. He wears a And then, as a United fan, and by the way, guys, I liked Manchester United way before Park Ji-sung played for Manchester United.
So he's a true fan. You know, if you guys ever heard of Peter Bin saying in the air, he said, "You're a Son Heung-min's fan. You're not Tottenham's fan."
Yeah,
that's what he used to say.
I don't like. I never liked Tottenham. I've never bought their jersey. And he comes in with a Scouser shirt. He comes with a Liverpool shirt. How? Oh,
okay, let me ask you a question. You're a professional, right?
Yes.
You're a professional. Let's say LG wins this season.
Yes.
Okay, so Twins wins this season.
Okay.
Bear with me. And so they throw a big, huge, like after party, for example, like official one.
Okay.
And then they ask you to MC.
I can't.
With a lot of money.
I can't.
Why?
I actually can't officially because I work for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, but that's another league.
No. So as a scout, I cannot do stuff for certain like professional teams. That's why I had to quit my Doosan Bears play-by-play stuff.
Okay.
So that wouldn't work.
So if it's a party,
it doesn't matter. You could have asked, like, if it was like, let's say Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool has like an event and they're willing to pay you a lot.
Yeah, would you?
I would not.
Why not?
I would not do Liverpool.
Wow.
Unless they pay me a lot.
A lot. And like, okay, let's give a standard. What standard?
They have to, for 2 hours, they have to give me like $10,000. I'll do it. I'll sell my pride for $10,000. 천만 원.
듣고 계시는 분들 계시면 저는 I can do it in quarter.
I'm telling you right now. But actually, I almost accepted a Tottenham. You know, when Tottenham Tottenham stuff, I almost accepted that. But anyways, it's funny that he's wearing a Liverpool shirt because today we're going to continue from last week, being a parent.
Right.
What does your kid like? And now we're going to talk about like supportive parents and what it takes to be a father or a parent of a legendary athlete, right?
True. I mean, because they always are referred as somebody's father, like SJ's father, Key's father.
Yes.
Whereas their real name.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so when we talk about one of the best, greatest footballers to ever play for South Korea, this name always pops up.
Park Ji-sung.
Three Lungs Park, right? Park Ji-sung. But
does it get extended every time? Because before it was 2, and now it's 3 lungs. I thought it was 2 lungs.
You have 2 lungs. You already have 2 lungs.
I mean, I'm sorry.
You have only
I was
one?
referring to Korean one. I was referring to Korean one.
You only have one lung?
No. I was talking to heart. You know how you call refer
two heart.
Yeah, because Park Ji-sung is like 2개의 심장을 가진 남자, right?
You only have one.
Yeah,
lung.
I donated one.
It was 3 lung park.
I'm like in my head 2개의 심장을 가진 남자인데 왜 3개의 심장을 가졌다
No,
그러지?
it's a lung.
All right.
He's 3 lung park.
Sorry.
Anyways, he would not have become 3 lung park without his father, right?
Right. So Park Ji-sung's father, his name is Park Sung-jong. He was originally a baseball fan.
Yes.
And he used to do this regular 9 to 6 job, and then he used to go like Dongdaemun Diribi Plaza before it was Dongdaemun Park.
Yes.
And he used to go watch a baseball game played by high school players, and that's why Park Ji-sung originally liked baseball more than football.
I actually didn't know that. Okay.
So later on, when he went into elementary school, Park Ji-sung said he wants to join the soccer club, and Park Sung-jong, father, was against it. Of course, he was opposing it because he wanted his child to be
A baseball player?
No, it's in a safer place. Meaning he doesn't want to jeopardize his life,
Yeah.
and maybe just study and go to his take the regular job. But after he got the promise saying that he would never give up, Park Ji-sung will never give up, they finally let him go. But then when Park Ji-sung was young, he was small. He's still small.
Considering it like an athlete, like he's not short, but he's small.
Well, he grew like 10 centimeters when he was in. It was like when he was 15 or 16.
Yeah, he had a late growth spurt.
Yeah, and he got 일산화탄소 중독. Like when he was in the house, we had that. What do you call it, 연탄 in English? Yeah.
Oh, the briquettes, cold briquettes.
Yeah, cold briquettes, and then he was next to it, and then he just fainted.
Carbon monoxide poisoning
because of that. So he was that weak.
Oh, wow.
When he was young. So provided his son with a better quality meat, he changed profession to, butcher shop. He opened up his own butcher shop, and he started feeding Park Ji-sung with the good quality meat. And also, having your own business gives you more free time, so you can't just go here and there and help him train. And also, what he had to do, because he was weak and small when he was young, he traveled all over the country to find edible frogs.
Yes.
To make that, extract and feed to Park Ji-sung.
So so this is really, really crazy. But Koreans love extracts.
Yeah.
There's like everything extract. Goat extract, which is supposed to be good for women. There's like eel extract.
Eel extract, even the tree
bark?
Tree barks, yeah.
Okay. You'll make every extract. And then there's a frog extract, and it's supposed to make you grow taller.
Yeah, and it's stronger.
And what does his dad do?
So he had to just, hunt down all the frogs out there. And what happened was, after year 2000, it became illegal to hunt down the frogs. So he couldn't do that afterward.
Guys, when they found out that Park Ji-sung growing up had taken frog extracts, and that's the reason why he became taller and became who he is, every parent in Korea tried to get their kids to eat frog extracts.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Well...
I don't know, but I have eaten frogs.
Yeah,
I have eaten frogs.
Too.
Eat that's different, but it's cooked. You're cooking the frogs. It tastes like chicken, but extract is a little bit different.
Right.
But I didn't know it became illegal though.
It became illegal from the year 2000.
Wow. Okay.
Unless you have a proper license, you can't do it. A certain region you can. But
you have to have a license. Yeah. Okay, which is interesting because Park Ji-sung came to fame in 2002 World Cup.
Yeah.
And so it was banned before, but then people were still finding ways to get the frog extracts for the kids, by the way. But
imports.
Yeah, but so he basically took care of like all these folk remedies and like strict nutritional diet for his son so that he could become a professional football player.
Exactly. He was just manager for him, and both as a physician and as road managers and everything.
There was another reason that motivated him to do all this, apparently.
So, Park Ji-sung is known for his characteristic that he is always spot on. That's because his characteristics like that, and he kept a diary from a young age. And after every training, he wrote a journal, a diary. And then he wrote down how much he understood what happened that day on the strategy, right? And in those hours, he constantly made small promises to himself, and he kept it, and he kept mentioning about becoming a national player. And that's when Ji-sung's father realized, oh, okay, so this guy is not playing. And, he's really serious about it. And from that moment, his father also became serious about it.
I think that's with like a lot of the Korean parents. You hear a lot of stories here in Korea, not just about athletes, because in Korea, parents usually looked, especially during Park Ji-sung's era.
Yeah.
Parents really look down on being a professional sports athlete because meaning being a professional athlete and being like, middle school athlete, high school athlete, it means you're not going to study.
No.
You don't study.
I mean, at my school, before I went to the States, I spent half a year in high school and in Korea. In high school in my Korea, in my high school, we were famous for judo and soccer.
Okay.
So I had about 50 students in a single classroom. And 7 of the classmates were always out after lunch because they're off training.
So after fourth period, they eat lunch and they're done.
Yeah, for the first 4 periods, they're sleeping.
Oh, are they really sleeping?
They're literally sleeping, and then the teacher comes in like, what is he doing, right? And it's like, he's from judo team or he's from soccer team. Oh. let him sleep.
There's no studying going on.
No.
And so sometimes when I interview like the coaches for baseball, when I scout, and I try to get to know the athlete, some coaches would be like, "Oh, he actually sits and listens during class for first 4 periods," and I go, "You're supposed to do that," and he goes, "No, not everyone does that."
No, because I mean, most of the students that I've witnessed, they slept.
That's
the
why
whole periods.
parents, Korean parents, hate the idea back in the days of your kid becoming an athlete, but because he showed that he wants it, he fought. And he became what he is.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to talk about Park Ji-sung and what made him the legend thanks to the support of his father. Maybe this is what frogs do. I don't know. Maybe this is Red Velvet with Power Up. Back in the studio, talking
Somebody's furious.
Peter Bent. Peter Bent, the host of #DailyK. He's here.
Yeah.
Get that horrible shirt off, Key. He says, I said the same thing.
I can, but I'm not wearing anything under it. So if you can't handle that, then, and if you're going to be responsible for it, then I'll take the shirt off.
I said the same thing. Paulina says, what happens if Chelsea pays you 100,000 pounds? Would I do it? I really do hate Chelsea, but if they're going to pay me 100,000 pounds to do an event, I will do it.
Of course. That's not a question.
I will do it. But we do understand that not everything was rosy.
No.
During the process of Park Ji-sung becoming who he is, again, three lung park, not two lung park, as Key said.
Two-hearted people. Person.
They went through some very difficult times, right?
Well, speaking of Rosie, today's Rose Day, guys. Anyhow, so if you look at the pictures up there, there's a picture of Park Ji-sung and Park Sung-jung, his father.
Okay.
So overseas training camps requires a lot of money, right? And each player was responsible for paying that. And Park Ji-sung's mother actually handled the family finances. So every time money was needed for training, she somehow managed to provide it. So Park Ji-sung just assumed, and Park Ji-sung's father automatically assumed that, wow, she did a really good job saving the money from when he was in the company days. But then, he later discovered that she even taken loans from her own name to support, his training. Right?
Yes.
So later on, Park Sung-jung said that more than anyone, it was the understanding that and sacrifice of Park Ji-sung's mother, Jang Myung-ja, we're going to show you a picture in a little bit, but that truly allowed their son's football journey to continue. So, and also, she thought, she had to eat pop. In Korea, you have that thing, popsim.
Yes.
Eating a lot of rice. So when he was playing for Japanese and Dutch leagues, she flew to where Park Ji-sung is, and she cooked for him. And, although family's financially comfortable now, of course, but in the past, his parents reportedly said he would welcome a celebrity daughter-in-law as long as she could continue to support Park Ji-sung properly. But unfortunately, in 2018, Park Ji-sung's mother passed away in a car accident.
Do you know how she passed away, though? Did you hear about this?
No, not really.
So they were in England, right? And Park Ji-sung's mom... Peony, don't erase that. I have answer about that. I have something about that. But they were in England, and Park Ji-sung's mom was sitting in the back with her granddaughter.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a baby seat, I think it was, or like a car seat for the child.
Right.
And she protected the child.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah,
she
I
protected
remember.
her grandchild and got into the car accident. So Park Ji-sung's daughter was okay.
Survived,
but she passed away from the accident. So it was really tragic. And so, terrible. So, before all this, PD님 also has one lung. Because he says it's true that is this like a Korean thing or like because in America? No, because if you look it up, Park Ji-sung's nickname is Three Lungs Park.
Yeah.
Three Lungs Park because when we count the number of lungs, it's 1, 2. 1, 2. So we said that because he can't he never gets tired. He has three three lungs. 한국에서는 두 개를 count. Yeah. There's 2, right? 폐, lungs. That's why he's Three Lung Park.
Right. That makes sense. But in Korea, when you can't run for longer, then we normally use that phrase 두 개의 심장을 가진.
Oh, wait, hold on. So I know his nickname is Too Hard Park too, but that's in Korea. 두 개 심장이 있다, right?
Right. Or 표범의 심장을 가진 사람 or something like that. Someone with a cheetah's heart or something like that.
In England, they used to call him Three Lungs Park. I remember this. Here it is. He said, look it up in the internet. It says Three Lungs Park. He's Nick Three Lungs Park. Three Lungs Park. And so in England, they used to call him Three Lungs Park because of that. And he had a pretty cool what is it? Nickname as well.
Yeah.
But seriously, though, it's this is like the perfect example of parents' love, parent support. But here is another different kind of support that we want to talk about.
Yeah. Sometimes it was seen as obsession.
Kim Yeona.
Yeah,
as you know, Kim Yeona, legendary figure here, skater. But this time it was her mom.
Yeah.
That got her where she is.
So her mother stayed 24/7, like right next to her, all the time. And then she studied figure skating techniques and theory herself, so she is almost an expert. Well, not an almost expert. She is an expert, and she was acting as a manager, driver, and sometimes even a coach. So compared to other sports, of course, figure skating was far less popular and had much poorer infrastructure in Korea. So her mother had to take on many responsibilities herself. Aside from areas requiring professional coaches such as choreography and technical correction, she practically worked as a full-time coach. And her name was Park Mi-hee. And she wants to explain figure skating is physically and mentally exhausting. So someone has to push the athlete through it. And back then, so she had to play a bad cop.
I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest with you, because, okay, like, I guess it worked. I guess it worked.
It did, yeah.
But can you imagine if it didn't work? Like a mom who was forced to play bad cop, but I feel like that was just like her personality.
Yeah, and then
she was very controlling.
The daughter is going to blame her all her life.
Right.
If it didn't turn out okay.
But then, like, the thing is like, even when she succeeded, though, like, she was still very controlling.
She was. But then the thing was, she was always reasoning that it was for all her daughter's good.
Okay.
So, I mean, the truth, you never know. But when you listen to Yeona Kim, well, she didn't really complain about her mother. So
really?
let's just put it that way. Well, she sometimes hated what she was doing, for example, because she couldn't talk to her friends because she was always right there and she couldn't open her mouth because she was always afraid of what to say. So here's one incident where, they got into a fight, small quarrel, right?
Okay.
So Yeona Kim's mom, Min-hee, got mad, and then she told little Yeona, she was probably like, 12-year-old, 11-year-old. As a punishment, she told her to run the small park, for 100 times, 100 laps.
Gosh.
And I think that was during the winter. So Yeona's mom thought she was going to beg for a mercy, right? But no way. She did run 100 laps.
I don't know about that.
And then she was watching, and her mother was watching until she finishes the whole 100 laps. So they're both stubborn, super stubborn.
I'm not 100% sure if I like this way, to be honest with you. But I do understand that even because remember after Kim Yeona won the gold medal at the 2010 Vancouver Winter Games.
Yeah.
I mean, she became a legend. And remember, Brian Orser was her coach.
He got fired.
He got fired because Kim Yeona's mom did not like the way that he was coaching him.
But then there was a behind story, though.
What was the behind story?
Okay, so he was being paid, and he even said that in I think his one of social media, right? He was working for this management, which was supporting Asada Mao.
Okay.
And then they wanted Brian Orser to be her coach. So there's a deal behind him. And also, he got paid $110 an hour. Okay. And then, so for a week.
That's it?
Yeah, but that's for an hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
But still, you're Kim Yeona's coach, though.
Well, for example, let's say you win certain championship, then you get bonus.
You get bonuses.
But that's it. And for the choreography, same thing. They have a set amount of money, like $5,000 or $15,000 or something like that. Right. So he was getting about $550 a week because he was teaching her 5 hours a week. But what happens is Brian Urser is kind of guy who let kids find out what's wrong, what's good. You try to figure out, and I'll teach you, right?
Right.
Whereas Yeona Kim, she had a really tight workouts, and they were scheduled back in Korea. So their teaching methods and their training methods are a bit different.
Okay.
Right? So Yeona Kim later on wrote on the social media, like back then it was Twitter, that it was like, I know what is going on, B, stop lying.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. But
So that's still controversy.
her mom is also known to be very controlling. That was the other thing.
So let me tell you another interesting story. So I was researching this, right? Because I was looking at all different articles. If you type in Brian Urso in Korean,
yeah.
Osho in Korea,
Yeah.
and then you look at the articles, all the articles are gone. You can't find almost a single article about Brian Urso.
Why?
Because
Was it?
I'm not going to answer that. You know what? You probably know why. I'm not going to answer that. All the articles are either deleted or it was got,
I wonder who did it.
I wonder.
I wonder who did it. But again, this is a good example of, yes, it worked.
Yeah.
However, a lot of parents who wanted to make the next Kim Yeona followed the footsteps of what Kim Yeona's mom did. And to me, that's not my style of parenting, to be honest with you.
Not me either.
And so I don't really like this. I really don't
I'm more
like
of
this.
Jisung Park's father.
Yes. I think that's better. Very quickly, though, entire family made some sacrifices for Kim Yeona in order for her to become a champion.
Yeah, so her sister Kimera showed some talents in music, so she wanted to go to school of music, but then she couldn't because all the money and the finance had to go to Kimera's training.
Oh my gosh.
So Yeona Kim always felt sorry for her sister, older sister, but now she's happy doing her job at a hospital as a nurse. But then, that was another sacrifice that the family member had to make.
Oh, I didn't know she had an older sister.
She had a sister, Kimera. Because you see, that's another thing. She's getting such a spotlight that no one knows she had a sister.
That's why Big Bang made that song. Yeah. Big Bang made a song for Kim Yeona's sister.
Oh.
Era moru겠다.
나 얘랑 방송 안 할래요.
We're gonna take a short song break before we talk about other stuff. This is I with Ice Queen. Lab, and we're just kind of sitting here and looking at Kim Yeona's
photo.
Kim Yeona's back muscle. Where
Hey, we have to explain our listeners and be nice about it.
I didn't know this was like a big thing. Like, our opinion was like, this is like, went viral.
Reason why he was looking at Kim Yeona's back muscle is because she's been famous for a commercial for a phone. And in the commercial, Kim Yeona appears as a ballerina. And, she is still in a great shape. Because one of the things that she mentioned at a TV was that, she was so happy now she can eat anything.
It's like this, before you take like body profile picture, you do some push-ups really quick, and then mix it big. Mm-hmm. And also, if they paid me whatever amount that she got paid for this commercial, I'll make some back muscle too. I'll work out.
피디님 내기 하실래요?
I'll work out.
피디님.
I will work out just for that amount. But no, it's so embedded in her. The kind of training that she had to do. Like some athletes, they just let loose.
Yeah.
But for her regimen was so strict that she just can't get out of that regimen anymore.
Yeah, and the amount of food that she absorbs, eats, of course, is like limited at a certain level. Yeah, so
that's crazy because you're an athlete. I know you have to keep your figure, but you're an athlete, which means you're burning so much calorie, and to limit it, I think it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so Yeona Kim actually appeared in Kim Yeongyang Kim, the volleyball legend. Yeah. She has the Shikbang on the YouTube channel, so she appeared on her show, and they were talking about like, what are you doing after your retirement? And I thought you should be eating all the sweet stuff and you eat everything, but she said she couldn't do that because she kept that routine for how many, like 20, 25 years, so she can't just get out of it.
Oh, Pini found the back muscle picture. This is what we were looking at.
She's like what? She's now
12 years.
Mid-30,
12
and then
years.
She's retired for 12 years, and she had that. Or back muscle is the toughest muscle to make.
That's the one muscle I never worked out.
It's unbelievable. It's really hard to make that shape. So Lee Hyori once said, you hear from Fincolor?
Yes.
Before she got married to Lee Sang-soon, she said her ideal type is someone who has a valley in the back, meaning 등에 계곡 있는 사람이 좋다. Meaning that has so much of back muscle that if you can create the valley in the back, then that's the person that I.
But Isamsun doesn't have a valley in his back.
Well, he has money, so
I don't
he has money, and then
he's a nice guy.
He has money, and also he is very patient.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
I think if you marry or date Yehoda, you need patience. What are some common characteristics of parents of Korean youth athletes? I mean, I meet a lot of them, just part of my job, and this past couple of weeks, I've just all I did was meet parents.
What are you doing next Saturday?
Next Saturday?
Or was it this Saturday?
Oh, you mean at the end of the month, next Saturday?
Yeah.
I have to watch Aaron play futsal.
Exactly. That's how it starts.
Yes.
And then you see your son starring. They say Aaron scores 2 goals in that game, for example. Although he started only 3-4 weeks ago.
I'm gonna do what Park Ji-sung's dad failed to do.
What?
Okay, stop him playing football and just have him play baseball. Aaron, you're gonna play baseball, not football, and make sure that happens.
What if he persuades you? That's exactly what Park Ji-sung or other athletes before said.
I'll say Aaron, Daddy is a major league scout, which means you might get a nice little 6-figure deal. It's possible. It's possible. It's a faster route. Bronny did it. Bronny did it with his daddy.
Yeah, but then Bronny's father was 21 years in NBA. History legend.
10 years as a major league scout. That calls for something. But no, they put so much.
A lot of energy, a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of time, and then they study a lot, of course. But then one other thing I fear the most all the time is that this is actually a social issue too, guys, is they form a family alliance. And then they go against sometimes coach's will. For example, how to use their tactics and how to when to put which player where.
You don't want to do that, though.
Yeah, that's another thing that where parents are getting more powerful these days.
You guys want to hear how supportive some of these parents are? So for the past 2 weeks, I've been watching 황금 사자기, right? The Golden Lion baseball tournament, which is one of the biggest.
School, yeah.
So you have teams from many different corners of the country, and let's say even Busan, Gwangju, Gangwon-do area. These parents come up every game. Every game. And I asked one of the parents, I was like, how are you guys here every game? They said, I've taken vacation, 2-week vacation, just so I come here. So they come up. Once the game is done, they go back down.
Right.
And then once they're game, they said they leave. I was talking to one Busan dad, and he's like, we leave at 3 a.m. just for the games.
It's their vacation. That's their vacation. They don't take vacation. That's
their vacation, and it's mind-boggling the kind of support they give for their child and
sacrifices.
And not everyone is going to make pro.
No,
not everyone's going to make pro.
Probably 1/10 of them are going to make the pro. Maybe
not even
10, 120. I guess
you're looking at about a 1% chance, to be honest with you, to go even get drafted by a professional team. But I think it's the love. That these parents show. It's just and of course there's different kind of parents, right? You have Park Ji-sung's parents, Kim Yeonha's parents, and
Son Heung-min's father was a very famous figure too.
Son Heung-min was another figure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he succeeded, but I feel like we only talk about it because they've succeeded.
Exactly.
But there are many other Korean parents out there who go just do everything they can to support their child, and that's the kind of Korean athlete sports parents we see here in Korea.
Yeah.
Keith, thank you so much for this. Take off that shirt now. Never wear it ever again. Never wear it again. Let's see your back muscle. Have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you again next week.
Have a good one.
Sending him out of the studio, this is GOD with One Candle, 촛불 하나.